There are moments in this life when it feels like your heart has been shattered into pieces so small they could never be put back together. Moments when you look at yourself in the mirror and wonder, how did I get here? The trust you once gave so freely has vanished. The dreams you painted so vividly with someone you loved have disappeared, and in their place is silence, confusion, and a heavy ache deep in your chest. A pain so sharp, it feels like it could tear you apart from the inside out. But I want you to pause for a moment, because what if, just what if, this heartbreak wasn't meant to destroy you? What if this pain you're carrying right now is actually part of a divine plan? One you cannot fully see yet, but one that is guiding you gently, lovingly, towards something far greater. So often, when our hearts break, we immediately assume it's a punishment. We cry and question, why would Allah let this happen? Why didn't He stop it before it hurt me this much? We feel abandoned. But my dear brothers and sisters, what if it was the opposite? What if your pain wasn't a sign of abandonment, but a sign of protection? Maybe you were holding on to something or someone that was never meant for you in the first place. Maybe Allah, in His infinite wisdom, saw what you couldn't see. And maybe, just maybe, this heartbreak is not the end of your story. It's the turning point. This video, yes, this very message, is for you. If your heart is aching, if you've been left confused by someone's silence, or if you're still holding back tears that no one else sees, then you were meant to hear this. Because today, we'll explore 7 powerful reasons why Allah allows your heart to break. And I promise, by the end, you might start to see your pain not as a curse, but as a gift in disguise. So stay with me, listen with your heart, because what you're about to hear may change the way you view heartbreak forever. Reason 1. Heartbreak is often a divine redirection. Sometimes, the things we hold on to with all our strength are the very things that are pulling us away from peace, away from purpose, away from Allah. We invest our love, time, and trust into a person, thinking they're the answer to our prayers. We build futures with them in our minds, convinced that our happiness is tied to their presence. But Allah sees beyond the surface. He knows the intentions hidden deep within hearts. He knows what we do not know. And so, when someone walks away, or when a relationship crumbles, it may feel like your entire world is falling apart. But in reality, it may be Allah lovingly rerouting you before you go too far down the wrong path. Allah says in the Qur'an, "But perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. That's not just a verse, that's a lifeline. That relationship that ended, that betrayal that stung, it wasn't just a moment of pain. It was a moment of divine intervention. Allah removed what could harm you. He closed a door that may have led you away from Him. And so, what may feel like rejection is often protection. What feels like loss may be the beginning of something far more beautiful. If He took it away, it's only because He is planning something better. So, trust Him. Trust His timing. One day, you'll look back and understand it had to happen this way. Reason 2. A broken heart awakens the soul. When life is smooth, when everything goes according to plan, we tend to forget. We get caught up in the illusion of control, in the comfort of routine, and slowly our connection with Allah weakens. We stop reaching out. we stop crying in sujud. Our du'as become quiet and distant. But when heartbreak strikes, it shakes us awake. Suddenly, our hearts are raw, our emotions exposed, and we find ourselves on the prayer mat, whispering to Allah with trembling voices. Our du'as no longer come from the tongue. They come from the soul. Have you ever cried and asked Allah for relief in the silence of the night? That moment is sacred, because that is when you're the closest to Him. The Prophet Muhammad said, "When Allah loves a servant, He tests him." Tirmidhi, 2396. This is not a punishment. It's love in a form we don't always recognize. Maybe you had become too attached to someone else. Maybe Allah saw that your heart was drifting away from Him. And so, He allowed it to break, just so it could return. He removed a person from your life to show you that He is the only one who will never leave. And once you truly taste that connection, you'll realize no human love compares to the love of Allah. So if you're hurting, if you feel abandoned, know this: you have not been abandoned by Allah. You have been brought closer. This heartbreak is an invitation. Will you accept it? Reason 3. Allah wants to free you from dependence on the dunya. One of the biggest mistakes we make as humans is giving someone else the key to our happiness. We believe that if we have their love, their presence, and their approval, we'll be okay. But no human can carry that responsibility. People change, their promises break, their love fades. Only Allah is constant. Only He is perfect. Only He can love you without limits. So maybe that person was never meant to complete you. Maybe they were just a small part of your journey, not your destination. Maybe your heart had become so dependent on them that it forgot who truly sustains you. Allah reminds us beautifully in the Qur'an, "Everyone upon the earth will perish, and the face of your Lord, full of majesty and honor, will remain forever." Surah Ar-Rahman, 55:26-27. Everything in this world, every relationship, every attachment will fade, but Allah will always remain. So if your heart is broken today, I want you to hear this. It's not the end. It's a redirection, a reminder, a gentle call from your Lord saying, "Come back to me. I will never leave you. I will never break your heart." This heartbreak may be painful, but it is also powerful. It is showing you a truth that can set your soul free. Only Allah deserves your full trust. Only He can give you the kind of peace that no one else can offer. So don't give up. You are not alone, and you were not forgotten. This message is for you because Allah wants you to return to Him. Reason 4. Heartbreak can be a form of purification. When your heart breaks, it's not just an emotional wound. It often feels like a storm has swept through your soul, leaving behind silence, sorrow, and questions. Why me? Why now? Why did I have to feel this much pain? But let me remind you of something profound. Your pain is not pointless. It is not wasted in the sight of Allah. Every single tear you've cried, it mattered. Every time you sat in silence, overwhelmed by sadness, your Lord was watching with full knowledge, full mercy. The Prophet Muhammad gave us a beautiful reassurance when he said, "No fatigue, nor disease, nor sorrow, nor sadness, nor hurt, nor distress befalls a Muslim, even if it were the prick he receives from a thorn, but that Allah expiates some of his sins for it." Sahih al-Bukhari, 613. Yes, even the smallest discomfort you feel, like a thorn's prick, is not ignored. then imagine the weight of purification that happens through heartbreak. That pain you're carrying is not in vain. It's washing away sins. Some you may not even realize you carried. It's cleansing your heart in a way ease never could. Think about it. During moments of comfort and ease, how often do we turn to Allah with full sincerity? But in moments of heartbreak, your hands raise in dua differently. Your voice trembles. Your heart opens. And that's when Allah's mercy wraps around you in ways unseen. So if you're going through heartbreak right now, know this: it's not empty suffering. It's sacred. Allah is purifying you, elevating you, and preparing you. The pain is temporary, but the reward's eternal. Reason 5. Allah wants to show you your true worth. There are times when we accept far less than we deserve, when we hold on to people who don't value us, hoping that if we love them enough, they'll change. We confuse patience with permission. We stay silent through pain, thinking that loyalty means tolerating disrespect. But sometimes the heartbreak is Allah's way of waking you up. Sometimes when Allah removes someone from your life, it's not to break you, it's to wake you, to remind you of your worth, to show you that you were created for more than pain, more than silence, more than begging for the love you already deserve. The Prophet said, Allah will not be merciful to those who are not merciful to mankind. Sahih al-Bukhari, 613. If someone couldn't honor you, couldn't be kind to you, couldn't treat you with basic mercy, then they were not written to stay in your life. And holding on to them would only have made you forget your own value. In Islam, love is built on mercy, compassion, and honor, not emotional games or manipulation. So if Allah allowed that person to leave, don't see it as loss. See it as liberation. You are not defined by someone else's inability to see your worth. Your value is not determined by their presence or absence. It is rooted in your Creator, Al-Karim, the one who always honors. So if someone left you, let them go. Do not chase them, chase Allah, the one who sees you, values you, and will never walk away. Reason 6. Heartbreak is a test of your Sabr and Tawakkul. In the depths of heartbreak, a quiet voice often begins to whisper, "Why did Allah allow this? Didn't I make dua? Where is the justice?" These questions are natural. Pain brings out the confusion. But the true test of faith is not in ease, it's in these very moments. When everything feels like it's falling apart, this is where Sabr, patience, and Tawakkul, trust in Allah, are truly tested. Allah tells us clearly in the Qur'an, "And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient." Surah Al-Baqarah 255. Tests are part of life. They're part of growth. And heartbreak, it might just be the biggest test of all, because it challenges your trust. It asks, do you believe in Allah's plan even when it's painful? Even when it doesn't make sense? Sabr is not just about waiting for the pain to pass. It's about staying firm in your faith while you wait. Tawakkul is not just saying, I trust Allah when things go your way. It's saying, I still trust Him, even when they don't. This heartbreak, right now, is not your end. It's a chapter, a test, a moment to prove that your faith is bigger than your pain. And the one who is writing your story, He is Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. He never takes without giving something greater. So stay strong, keep believing. What is coming next will heal what's hurting now. Reason 7. Allah breaks your heart to prepare you for something greater. Right now, you might feel broken. You might be clinging to memories, trying to understand why Allah let it end this way. But I want you to know something beautiful. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of something better. You may not see it yet. The pain might still be fresh. But behind the scenes, Allah is preparing you for something you never imagined. Perhaps that person had to leave, so someone better could arrive. Someone whose love will bring you closer to Allah, not pull you away. The Prophet promised us, "You will never leave something for the sake of Allah, but Allah will give you something better in return." That's not just a hadith, it's a guarantee. So if Allah removed someone from your life, trust that He is making space for something far greater. Maybe that heartbreak was the only way to prepare your heart for a love that is pure, that is rooted in faith, that will be part of your dunya and your akhirah. Right now, you might be crying. You might be confused. But one day, soon, you'll look back and whisper, "Alhamdulillah for the heartbreak that saved me." Because what feels like loss today will become the reason you grow tomorrow.